Every day, too many brilliant founders, investors, and leaders feel stuck, like something's just out of reach, but they don't know what. An idea hits like lightning, a vision that could change everything, but the doors keep closing. The old systems, the banks, the venture capital giants, the networks, they aren't made for the edge, for the disruptors, for the ones who burn with a fire no one else sees. You know that feeling, right? That sharp sting of knowing you're not moving fast enough because you're trying to play by rules made for yesterday's world. It's like running a race where the track keeps shifting beneath your feet, and somehow the finish line keeps moving further away. But what if the game isn't about chasing the usual paths, the well lit highways everyone swears by? What if the real power waits where you least expect it? In places no one is watching, no one understands, no one acknowledges. There's this secret world, quietly shaping the future in ways most ignore. Not the obvious players with their flashy logos and headlines. We're talking about families, legacies, and not the kind you hear about in glossy magazines or at crowded conferences. These are the quiet powerhouses. The family offices that fly under the radar, with capital ready to fuel the next unicorn, the next world shaking idea, the next revolution. They aren't looking for noise, they're hunting for signals, the rare sparks that can ignite change. You might have never heard their names, but they hold billions. More importantly, they hold patience, power, and perspective. Infinite runway far beyond the usual startup timelines. Imagine what that kind of backing means. It means you're not begging for attention. You're invited. You get to build not just for today, but for the future no one else sees yet. The problem is, most founders and investors don't even know where to look. They're trapped in the trap of old thinking. Why pitch to the usual VCs when the real game is played by those who value legacy over quick wins? Who get that some things can't be rushed, that some breakthroughs take time, dedication, and alignment of more than just dollars. These family offices don't just write checks. They become partners in creating something lasting. They think in decades, not quarters. That's the kind of commitment that turns bold ideas into unstoppable forces. The ones who understand this secret have a massive edge, the kind that turns startups into unicorns, businesses into empires, visions into legacies. And here's what most won't tell you. These family offices are starving for connection. Not the shallow surface level networking you're used to. They're looking for raw authenticity, for founders who burn with a fierce refusal to settle, who reject the status quo because they know it's broken. They want the rare ones who dream bigger, who aren't just building companies but rewriting what's possible. The problem? The world has no real path to link these rare founders with these rare capital holders. It's a void, a vast sea of missed opportunities, where potential lies dormant because the dots don't connect. That's the silent tragedy behind the scenes. Brilliant minds and deep pockets wandering in isolation, waiting for that spark of alignment. Here's the truth you rarely hear. True freedom in business isn't about freedom inside systems built by others. It's about creating your own rules, your own reality, with allies who get why you're here. It's about breaking free from the comfortable lies that keep you small, locked in cycles of mediocrity disguised as security. Those family offices, the quiet giants around the world, they're the allies who can shatter that cage. But they won't come knocking on your door. You have to find them, to show up differently, to be different. That means tossing out old playbooks, ditching the idea that success is a checklist or a formula. It means being brave enough to burn bridges with what no longer serves, and bold enough to connect with those who truly see you, the believers in the rare, the misunderstood, the radical. That's how the invisible infrastructure gets built, the kind that holds up the exceptional. So, how do you unlock this? How do you get on the radar of the family office that could make the difference between another good idea lost to noise and a unicorn launched into the stratosphere? First, understand that it's not about selling them a project. It's about igniting a shared mission. These families want depth. They want to know you don't just want money, you want transformation. You want to rewrite rules. You embody a vision so clear and passionate it can't be ignored. Show them you're in it for the long haul, not just a quick payday. Speak their language: legacy, impact, resilience. These aren't just buzzwords. They're the lifeblood of your alliance. Be relentless in your purpose. Don't just explain your product or idea. Tell a story about how this changes the future, how it honors something bigger than profit. Family offices respond to conviction because they're investing in people who will carry their vision forward. Second, become a master of rare connections. It's not about who you know, it's about who really moves the needle. Get beyond the clutter of noisy networking events and irrelevant introductions. Seek out environments where the exceptional gather, where the boundaries between founder and investor blur into partnerships. This might mean exclusive circles, private forums, or even new digital spaces built for the radical few. Remember, the system does not want these rare links to form because it thrives on keeping brilliance fragmented, isolated, small. So, create your own map. Find your allies by burning your own fire bright. Those who recognize that they need you as much as you need them. Through these fierce connections, synergy happens. Deals aren't just made, legacies are born. Third, embrace patience like it's your lifeline. The real game isn't quick wins or flashy headlines. It's slow, meticulous, ruthless devotion to becoming more than you are now. Family offices don't just back founders who want to sprint. They back those who get the marathon, who see how every setback and every tiny win shapes a journey into something monumental. This takes a mindset shift, from instant gratification to crafting a timeless impact. If impatience is the virus of modern entrepreneurship, then patience is the cure. This patience is not passive waiting, it's dynamic resilience. It's relentless motion forward, no matter how tiny the steps, aligned with a vision that refuses to be diluted or forgotten. Lastly, never forget that this path is not about fitting in. It's about standing out, standing alone if you must, until the right others appear. The world wants you to conform, to settle, to be comfortable. Those family offices will back it if you dare to be relentlessly, unapologetically yourself. You don't need every investor, you need the right few. The ones who see your fire and want to fan it into an inferno. This is your path to making not just wealth, but history. To refusing to be just another name lost in the noise. To creating the future with those who don't just talk about change, they live it. So, imagine a future where the next unicorn isn't some headline-grabbing tech startup searching endlessly for venture capital. Imagine the next giant is built on the quiet power of families whose names you've never heard, but whose vision burns just as fiercely. Those families want the radical, the rare, the relentless. And the question isn't just about finding them. It's about becoming the founder, the investor, the leader who's ready to be found. Ready to break free from the comfortable illusions that imprison so many. Ready to step into a new world forged by those who will not settle, who reject waiting, who create destiny on their own terms. This is where the future lives. It's waiting for those who dare to see beyond what everyone else calls real. The silent giants are watching. The rare few are gathering. The next unicorn could be you. And the key to unlocking it has been waiting in the invisible threads of family offices you never knew existed. Now is the moment to reach out, to connect, to burn with a fire so bright no one can ignore it. The system may have forgotten you, but you are not forgotten. You are the signal in the noise, the spark that will light the way. Don't just be part of the story. Be the cause of the change that rewrites it.